Welcome to 1111, which is a segment from my podcast where I talk about a topic for 11 minutes and 11 seconds. I am so excited to talk about this topic because it's one of my favorite books. It's the book that I read for May. Yeah, it's the book that I read for May. I don't know if you know, but I've been trying to read a book every month, and so far I've read The Four Agreements. I've read Small Creatures Such as We, and now I can add to the list the Old Souls Guidebook. I want to read a book every month, but I missed. If I read 3 months and we're on month five, I've missed like two books, so I need to catch up on my reading. So I'm gonna do a lot more reading. But this month's book was the Old Souls Guidebook, which was recommended by my little book club friend. Their name is Frankie Grande, Arianki's brother, and they told me that there's no new album coming, so that's nice. But this book is one of my all-time favorite books. I feel like the three past books have been like my all-time favorite books in the whole entire world. And I think it's just because I've really been really sure as to what my genre of books are. And I think my genre of books is nonfiction. Is this nonfiction books? The ones that are like more real. What is this type of book called? It's more like spiritual nonfiction type of book vibe. I feel like that's here. It says right here. It does not say. It does not say what type of book this is, but it's more like a spiritual. I think nonfiction is like fake, right? Okay, I'm good. You know what I mean. It's real. This is like real life stories and like what he believes and like whatever. But this book is basically, this is what I took away from this book. Okay, it's a 246 page book, but what I took away from this book was, I'm an old soul. Old souls are basically open minded, accepting. They want to improve all the time. They want to leave something behind that they're passionate about. They want to make the world a better place. They you know they. I feel like it's something that I'm very in touch with. It also left me with this little nugget. I've been telling myself this for a while now. Well, ever since I finished the book, which was like 2 days ago. I My favorite part that I read about this book is every time you're having a rough day. Oh, I didn't even tell you what this book is about. So basically, this man is a psychic. He I don't know if I should say he believes, but he has faith, or I really don't believe in anything, but I also believe in everything, if that makes sense. But he believes in reincarnation. So basically, we reincarnated like 500 lives or 100, I don't know, something like that. And we've been like a baker, we've been in the Civil War, we've done, been kings, we've been queens, we've been dogs, we've been babies, we've been princesses, we've been, soldiers, we've died in war, we've done all of these things in our lifetime, and it's lead us to this life. And everything, our soul has chosen our life, our soul has chosen our challenges, our soul has chosen everything in the astral plane. And however we interpret the whatever challenges it gives us is the lesson learned. At least that's what I took away. I think I wrote. Oh, also it talks about your destiny, which is something that I always had I chose not to go to college because I was like, that's just not for me. Like, I just don't see it in my journey. And I was like, I feel like I was raised, or at least everyone's raised with like a go to college. It's very pushed. Go to college, go to this. And I was like, it's just not my journey. It's just not part of my journey. And I was always like, what's my destiny? Like, what am I here for? Like, what am I going to do? And it basically said, whatever you're doing right now, if you're happy with what you're doing, work on that, and that is your destiny. Whatever you're doing right now that's making you happy, that is your destiny. Like, don't overthink it. That is your destiny. And it's something very simple and so beautiful that I never really thought of. I always thought there was some major thing. Like, no, maybe like creating little videos and like doing little podcasts and, living, learning healing trauma and all of that stuff. Oh, about trauma. Hold on. It's probably my destiny. But speaking of trauma, I also learned this, that sometimes the trauma and like all the issues that we have right now is probably problems and issues that weren't healed in our past lives, and that's why they're brought up. So I it said in the part where he was talking to one of his patients about how they were having this trauma of heights, and he was like, well, maybe no, he didn't say maybe, he's like, you died getting pushed off of a cliff. That's why you're so scared of heights. So tell your soul that that was in your past life, this is the present, this is the now, and you're gonna feel much better, and you're going to, not have this trauma and not have this fear. So I think that's true. And I think that's very helpful. Because what if it's all in your head? Like, what if you're, one of my biggest fears is, standing up to my mom. And like saying no, or like, saying what, demanding what I want and what I need. But ever since I finished this book, it's truly helped me, being like, don't be scared of other human beings, because they're just human beings. There's nothing that they're going to do to harm you. So that's what I took away from this book. Also, it talked about success. I feel like I don't view success as like money and materialistic things. Like, that's just not my vibe. That's just not part of my journey. But I did read this: successful life. You completed your life plan with a minimum of interruption and dealt with all the major lessons. Knowing what your soul seeks from being here is success. So basically, there were a lot of challenges in our life. There are a lot of challenges in our life. There have been obstacles in our life, and we have been able to move past that and really like push forward, and always be optimistic and be like, it can only get better. It will get better. It's only temporary. And we do get better, and it does get better, and it is only temporary, and we've learned the lessons. We've learned, hey, I might have difficult parents. I might go through this. I maybe went through this so I can learn, so I can be a better human being, so I can be a better person. And that's really beautiful to me. And I feel like that's successful. That's a successful life to me. I don't really view money as a form of success. At least not to me. Maybe to other people it is. It's like, pop off. Like, if that's what you like, then go ahead. But like, at least not for me. I also wrote, also, you didn't interfere with someone else's life plan. That was their form of karma. That's what this psychic was saying. How karma isn't real. Like, you don't, sometimes I would be like, I don't want to like, be rude to this person because karma's real. He said karma is real, but not the way that we think. Karma will eventually come around, and that person will reincarnate, either A, go through the same things they put others through, or have to heal other people from what they did. So that's their form of karma as to what they explain. And I think that's very beautiful as well. What else have we learned? I talked about past life healing, how you're supposed to tell your soul that was the past, this is the present, and let's move on. Let's see. There are different soul types. There's the hunter, which is the survival. There's the leader, which is the authority. There's the spiritualist. There's something bigger than yourself is what you think. There's a transformer, lack of fear. And there's just a lot of different type of souls. I really, really, really recommend this book. It's so good, and it's so like, it's just something that's so well put together that is so easy to understand. Because for a while I just thought souls were like something that we all have, and when we die they're just done. And like, it makes sense to a certain point, but I'm also like, there has to be something else. And I also love learning different people's point of view. I think that's so interesting to me. What else did I write? Oh, here's the last one. Let's see. There's always an option, and you really have to call it when you notice it. Get out of a victim perspective and boss up. Figure out your needs and what you deserve in life. I need to be respected, I need to be spoken kindly, and I need to be heard. I guess I was talking about how when you're going through a rough time, I usually tend to victimize myself, and I'm like, I am going through this hard time. I think those feelings are valid, but it can only take you so far. So it's like being able to be like, you know what? I am going to state my boundaries. I'm going to say what I deserve. I'm going to have a conversation about this, and we're going to heal this. And I think that's a really beautiful way to view problems. At least for me, I I've really learned to, you know, I'm not a confrontational person, but I'm learning how to be confrontational when it's affecting my mental health and when it's affecting my energy and my aura. So I think that's beautiful. Um oh my god. I've been telling my friends and myself this lately. So like whenever I'm having a rough day, and it literally happened to me this morning, no, yesterday, I was kickboxing, and I read this page where it was like, this is the best life ever. Like, we're in the 21st century. Yes, a lot of bad things, you know, a lot of like abortion bans and racism and homophobia and all of that stuff and religion and all that stuff. But we do have technology. We are able to choose who we love. We are able to do this. So it's like flipping the narrative really allows you to have a best day ever. At least that's what I've been telling myself, and I love that. But anyways, I cannot recommend this book enough. It's called The Old Souls Guidebook by Ainsley MacLeod. Anyways, I love you so much. Thank you.